So here we go again, guys. It's Kyle from Newell Strength, located here in Hillsborough, New Jersey. Still kind of the winter time, waiting for it to warm up. But we are having our annual Fat Shredder contest that's going to be starting up in a couple weeks at Newell Strength. So between that and the seminar I gave last Friday about the mechanics of fat loss and mind mapping, it was I thought it was a really good success from the feedback we got. But my mind has been focused on fat loss. That's what most people, initially come to us for. So I know I briefly touched on this last week, but if you're looking at how fat loss happens, there's 3 different steps, right? The breakdown, the transport of the fat, and then the usage of the fat. So step 1 with the breakdown, a good analogy for you to think of, right? We need to keep insulin low and glycogen low, which is a storage form of energy. It's how carbs are stored in the muscle. And we need to ramp up a hormone called HSL, hormone sensitive lipase. And to do that, we need intense exercise. We need to ramp up adrenaline output. But the first part of it, depleting glycogen, because a lot of people think they can work out and then kind of just eat whatever they want and still lose fat. The workout is not nearly as much as a factor in the fat loss as the diet. Okay, if the diet's in place, then the workout becomes very critical as far as fat loss. But think of a sink full of water. That water represents your stored energy. Okay, as long as there's water in there, those pipes and that drain and that whole system can use that water for whatever it needs, to power whatever it needs. That's your glycogen, that's your stored energy. We need to drain the sink. You got to pull the plug, so that's usually a lower carbohydrate diet, period of restriction, carbohydrate and calories, and we got to deplete it. And then we got to keep working it. Now we need that sink, okay, your muscles to say, oh, I still need energy, I still need something in here to do what I'm doing. Let me grab some of you, which is your stored body fat, which is just stored energy. So you got to deplete the muscles, deplete your sink, get rid of the water, and give it a reason that it needs to keep working, which is exercise. So that's where that comes into play. So you got to deplete, period of restriction, usually lower carbohydrate. We want to keep insulin low, and low insulin also helps ramp up HSL levels, which can be done through interval training or things that are really going to get you to that rating of perceived exertion where you're working at that 7 to 10 on a scale of 1 to 10, where 10 would be the highest. So that's step 1 in fat loss. That's it's something that you can't bypass, and if you can't get that first step correctly, you can't get to the next step. So again, it's Kyle from Newell Strength in Hillsborough, New Jersey. Just kind of going over some of the fat loss questions I got this week. If you have any questions, please hit me up. I'm here to help. Peace.